Hello everyone. I haven't streamed in a while, so I thought I might stream right now. Basically, I'm not doing anything specific tonight. Basically, I'm just gonna fly around, have some fun in VR, because VR is a lot of fun. And VR game for this game is amazing. Um, and I'm loving it. So I'm not gonna do anything specific, but maybe get some money, maybe trade in this exploratory ship because it doesn't have that many slots. And just enjoy my beautiful planet because my planet is beautiful. Even if it is a little bit blurry in VR. What was I doing? Not that. Inventory. Okay, nothing. It's a GAC system, so there's not that many varieties. But let's see how many slots do you have? 21 plus 5. What does this one here? 21 plus 5 isn't bad. Ooh, this one's ugly though. Yeah. Dan Ricks, how's it going? I honestly, before VR, never liked that. Why didn't I land on the landing pad? Never liked these kind of ships at all. I never once, well, I used it once or twice, but I never commonly used it, but I use it all the time now when I'm on planet. Not even because it's more efficient, just because I love driving it, love flying it. But this one's kind of ugly, so I want to get rid of it. As long as I can find one in a couple minutes, because other than that, I'm just probably going to be digging up bones tonight and trying to make some money. And driving around in the Exocrafts, because they're a lot of fun to drive around in. Danrix, I have a question. Now that you've played more, do you think there's any variation added? You said something, I missed it. Is that purple and black? No, it is not. It's like red or something. Pink. I don't know. Not at all what I thought. This is also ugly. Danrex, I'm glad to hear you've come around to the VR version. Because I remember last time I talked to you, you seemed to like, I mean, the blurriness. You said something about the blurriness. For diamonds in Minecraft. Okay. Um, and the blurriness is annoying, but I've kind of gotten over it. I don't even notice it most of the time. Why aren't I on the landing platform? I don't know if this is slowing. I didn't even know you could land in between landing platforms like that. Thought it would just... Come on. Still, why aren't these... A ship's gonna land on top of me. Alrighty then. Okay. That's interesting. No, missed it. I would say the VR version of this game is great despite its graphics rather than because of its graphics. Like, it's definitely not the graphics that make this game good, it's that the game was already good and VR is just amazing. So I really, really hope we get a pro patch. And apparently the speculation is we are going to get a pro patch. I heard from one of the main guys on one of the main PSVR channels that, oops, we are getting a pro patch, but I don't know how reliable that information really is. To be honest, Andrix, I completely forgot what I was saying. I had a question about it. Whatever it was, it's gone now. One doesn't come in a minute. You just got No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is a great game. Though I don't really have the brain to figure out how to use the logic in No Man's Sky. I know, like, the new electrical system is supposed to be good for logic, but I haven't tried to figure it out. Yes, it was worth buying. Good. I'm glad you said that. Goodbye. Never mind. I'll get a new exploration ship later because I don't feel like doing this. Yeah, these cockpits are amazing. I love them so much. I also got an exotic that's similar to this, but yeah, definitely my favorite spaceship to fly in VR. I don't know, once I've gotten used to these move controls, I honestly feel like flying a ship is a lot easier in VR. It was very hard at first, but because you have control over the throttle, you have a lot of control over your movement speed. I found it pretty easy, fun, and slightly better at it though. It was a really low bar to start. Planet, I love this planet. I had to jump like 30 or 40 systems to find it. Since Beyond came out, I just started jumping systems until I found a good planet. This one's pretty good. Has a few sentinels here and there, but like really, I've only seen like 1 or 2 sentinels in the 20 hours I've been here. So very few, which is nice. A couple aggressive animals, but one's nocturnal and the other one's large enough to see from a distance, so good weather, and it's kind of beautiful, although less beautiful in VR. But I like these trees with they remind me of like Dr. Seuss or something. Yeah. This thing's so fun to drive. I love how little control I have over it. I gotta get some upgrades for it. It's just bare bones right now, but it's still fun to drive. It honestly makes like just farming for money enjoyable. There we go. I had this, I don't know why this is happening. I'll highlight something. Then I get into my vehicle and it disappears. Maybe it's just me hitting a button unnecessarily, but I do not play Subnautica. I've heard a lot about it, particularly recently with people talking about No Man's Sky updates, but I heard it's good, never played it. I don't know if I can't remember if I asked a question or what. I remember saying that I'm glad you came around to the VR, because I remember last time I streamed a VR stream, I think the last time you said you were like disappointed by it. I don't know, have you gotten past the blurriness? Like, do you notice the blurriness when you play for a long period of time, or no? Yeah, it's like tolerable. I would say tolerable is a good word. Like it's like it doesn't ruin the experience, but like I really hope we get a pro patch, and I think we're gonna get a pro patch. You know what? I haven't bothered with my freighter at all. I'll have to check that out. I have a C class. Like my free freighter was like the lowest possible quality, low capacity C class freighter. So I haven't bothered with my fleet yet until I get enough money to. The depth of your fleet is C. I want to get there. I gotta get there, but I'm starting from 0, and it's like I just haven't got there. I need to get money first before I start investing in my fleet. It's hard to like feel inspired when I have a low capacity C class freighter. That's not even nice looking. No bones around. Stuff like this, like I don't know if it's just VR makes it more impressive or. What about 57 mil? I don't know if stuff like this, like VR, just makes it more impressive or it became more impressive with Beyond, but this looks pretty nice to me. figure out I don't really want to call my ship, so. That's big enough. Come on. Stuff like this is just so much more fun. Like, I don't know. The fog adds that. Oh, one of the two aggressive species on this planet. I don't have any bullets. Oh, and there's not normally two. Okay, let me get it. Sorry, I missed what I was getting an attack. I missed what you said there. Leave. Leave, leave, leave. I went on Cobra show last night. I mean, I called in. I didn't go on. I called in and I asked him what he thought about the variation, or it came up anyway, and he says the fauna, he thinks, fauna AI has been increased substantially, and I... Oh, no, 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 Danrix, you don't have to give me any money. I mean, I appreciate the offer. Actually, like, I've been super ineffective, super slow. Like, I'd normally grind out a lot faster or be a lot more efficient in flat screen, but in VR I've been just taking my time. I want to like milk this experience for as many hours as I can. I was thinking back and I think he's right. Like I've had a lot of, again, I've planet hopped a bunch. Oh no, Danrix, it's fine. One day I was thinking if you ended up getting the PSN, we should do multiplayer. I don't know how long I'll be on tonight, but like another night. If you're down, I'm down. But yeah, I've planet hopped a lot, so I've come across a bunch of different fauna, and I think the AI has been increased because I've noticed a lot more attack varieties than before, and the AI scares me a lot more than before. I've almost got killed a couple times. Where before they were kind of lame and easy to avoid. And that happens for some reason when this planet, I fall through the ground sometimes, but it's alright. This skull is the collection of bones boasts an unusual number of eye sockets. That's creepy. What challenge did this creature face? Falling through the ground? Yeah, so it's weird. Like, I never had it on any of the planets that I went to before. Like, I was digging up buried modules all over the place, and I never had it until this planet, so I don't know if it's something about the texture of this planet or if it's just one of the updates they released changed something, but I've fallen through the ground quite a lot on this planet. Never of any consequence. Did my ship disappear? I mean, how'd my exograph go? Okay. Interesting. Oh, I really, really dislike how fast the messages appear on this VR. You also said and send them again. I know I say that too often, but it's not the same as flat screen where you have minutes to read a message. It's like 5 seconds. Come on. Don't like the zoom for the scanner. Yeah, there is someone, like, I have a very hard time picking the things like that was a bad example. The forced multi-tool. What do you mean by that? I have a. I dislike how you have to mark things right now. It's not working very well for me, but. Oh, okay. I think I know what you mean. Like, oh, didn't want it. Oh, you know what? I never even noticed that. To be honest, I didn't. I mean, that's probably true now that you mention it, but it didn't even occur to me. Oh. Oh, so weird. Can't zoom anymore, yeah. I never, to be honest, I always underutilize the zoom, so that didn't really affect me, but I could understand if you used it, why it would be annoying. Lots of bones around here. Don't really love the interior of this. I mean, the interior here looks pretty good, but I don't love these windows. Um, I got this Exocraft after, and I like the way it controls the most. It's a lot of fun to like skid down hills and bounce around. It's obviously fast too, and can climb hills well. But what's going on? Why am I stuck? Oh, not enough fuel. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good reason to be stuck. But I don't love the windows. I don't know. I was looking more forward to driving this than any, and it's still my favorite. But I prefer the windows on. Oh, what's the one that called that hovers? I forget his name right now. I like the interior of that one a lot. Oh, you have to. You definitely have to. It's a lot of fun. I only got to it a couple days ago too. I was busy doing other stuff, planet hopping and whatnot, but it was a lot of fun to just drive around now. I wasn't even that interested in it. Like, I understand if you haven't tried it, I understand why. I know, like, a lot of people, it was their most anticipated thing to do in VR, but I didn't have that much interest in it. But now that I've been doing it, it is a lot of fun, especially when you drive off big cliffs or something. It's pretty fun. It just makes the whole grind for your money more enjoyable. So there we go through the ground again. And into water apparently. Okay. Yuri, a reset's coming? Actually? Where did you hear that? And why is it happening? Like, how soon is soon? And why would they wait till now? Could be. Could be. I can't, like, in a way, with all the glitches they had, or they've had to deal with, it probably is best, like, it would have been even, like, I can't imagine the amount of glitches they would have had if they had also instituted a variation overhaul at the exact same time. Like, people are already complaining about a lot of, not only, like, just glitches with their falling through things or crashes, but, like, glitches with their bases. But I imagine that would be amplified if they had done a variation update at the same time. I mean, it'd be cool if they did it later on. I just, like, it just, like, and again, I hate even trying to predict what No Man's Hello Games is going to do, because I'm always wrong, but it would just be a weird decision to, like, let people do these multiplayer developments together for a couple weeks and then reset. I mean, I would welcome it, but because my base sucks anyway. Yeah, Danrix, I crashed 0 times. Like, I got blue screen 0 times. I fell through I was multiplaying once, not in the Nexus, just with a friend, and I fell through the floor of a freighter, but that was about it. Nothing too major. I mean, not a freighter, of space station. Where'd that go? Yeah, do it. What would the buck involve? Oh, that's whatever. Yeah, I have not noticed anything like that. Question. Was there clear day-night cycle? Yeah, share it. I'd watch that. Was there clear, like, day-night cycles for fauna before? I can't remember. Like, I didn't pay that much attention to the fauna, but it's very clearly nocturnal animals here. Like, these one predators only hunt me at night, and they come out in abundance at night. I don't know why I never noticed during Next or anything like that. I just guess why I wasn't less observant. Yeah, honestly, when I was doing all the planet hopping, I jumped through like 40 systems, trying to land on every single planet in each system to get a good idea of variation and whatnot. But I noticed a lot of aggressive animals every planet. I mean, a lot more than I had in the past, but I think that was just bad luck. I don't think they've changed that. Danrix, if you had to pinpoint your location in the galaxy, now that we have the new galactic map, where are you located? North, south, east, or west? And how far from center? Are you close to the center or pretty far out? Alright. I'm also on the same side as you. I'd say a bit further out than halfway. I'm probably 3/4 of the way out, but I like that. I like that because I had no idea where my systems were before. It's a small change, but I don't know. I think it makes a big difference. Oh, very cool. Yellow. I love this new glass. I hated collecting glass before. Yeah, I never had the urge to grind center. Yeah, same here. Like, I think I found out first before I even started, so I never even tried to go to center. And again, this is a new save, so I'm basically where I started. Okay, I had a question about. Oh, there's a lot of these guys. I don't have any effective weapons. Because I thought if you went into the Nexus, like if you're in another galaxy and you went into the Nexus and then you joined a team. Okay, the question. No, that's not the exocraft I meant to summon. The question was, you still can't get back to Euclid? I knew that was the question. I mean, I knew that was the case during Next, that you couldn't get back. But I thought with Beyond, with the Nexus, you might be able to enter the Nexus. You can come back now. Okay, that's, yeah. That's cool, because I never wanted to leave Euclid, because I didn't want to be stranded away from civilization, but it's kind of cool to go to a galaxy that a lot fewer players have been, even though we still rarely run into a system. How long were you did you spend trying to get to the center, if you had to guess? Because I know with black holes it's a lot easier to get there now, but like, how long did you grind for? $8 months, wow. That that's long. Again, I joined the game post Next, so like a lot of that early stuff that like would have been like fascinating to me, I've missed out on. But that's interesting. 8 months, wow. I think I gotta land my ship. Yeah, well now they have them all mapped out. I'm sure you've heard, so it's a lot easier to like, if you wanted to use the map, the black holes. And I definitely, I mean, my original appeal of this game was, oh, that's not the right ship, was how big the galaxy was. None of these look right. What am I doing? So I understand not wanting to shrink it, but I think if I was going to the center, I would definitely want to shrink it. Yeah, that's cool. Like, I like that it was so hard to find players, but to be honest, I'm okay with the Nexus. I haven't used the Nexus much, but I like that it's there. I like that I can go there when I want, and if I want this solo experience. Yeah, I could definitely understand why it would make it more intriguing, though, to have, like, very limited contact. Or to make it harder. It's like, I don't know if you ever played World of Warcraft. I played World of Warcraft when I was a teenager, but it's like... Oh, for some reason I thought you got the PSN, Danrix. Last time I was streaming. I thought you were like in the process of getting it, but yeah. It's, you never played. I was obsessed with it in like for like 2 or 3 years in my teenage years, but oh, okay, right on. Um yeah, the game, if you watch the development of WoW, it's like kind of paralleling the development of No Man's Sky, in that WoW at first it was very grindy, very hard, very complex to do anything, right? You were left, like, there wasn't much oversight, wasn't much help. With everything you did, you were pretty much on your own. And then as time went on, they made the game easier and easier. They made the world in a lot of ways smaller and smaller by allowing for quick travel a lot more. And even though all the small changes seemed like they were making progress, like, you're like, as they happened, I welcomed them generally. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. It makes whatever I hated grinding out to do easier. The net effect of it was to make the game worse. And I'm kind of worried that will happen with No Man's Sky. By making everything cheaper and easier to do, they'll actually lose some of the value of the game, but at the same time, I've welcomed most of the changes they've made. The Nexus is pretty cool. It'd be better if it wasn't so blurry. Like Star Wars Galaxies, where everything's so small because they can just get it from wherever they want to, whenever they need to. Star Wars Galaxies, though. Destroyed, yeah. Like, I remember, like, when I started playing World of Warcraft, it took forever to just get a mount. It took forever to get a mount. It was so annoying and so hard. In a way, the grinding was annoying and was not enjoyable, but, like, you got more satisfaction after having done it, where now you can just, there's a million mounts and you can just buy them for $2 or something. I haven't played World of Warcraft in years, but from what I've heard, I think this will probably be my last stop. Just chill out for a half hour before I go to bed. It's pretty late here now. It's probably 1 or 2. My kids will be up at 7, which means I'll get 5 hours sleep. But I've been getting 5 hours sleep every night since Beyond dropped, because I can't stop playing this game. I put in like almost 40 hours now, and most of that has been at night because I don't have time during the day to play. So almost all of it's been like just depriving myself of sleep so I can play. But it's been worth it, I think. You're lucky that your son sleeps for another 7 hours. My kids will be up at 5 or 6 in the morning probably. I have 4 kids, all very close together in age, so it's like they wake each other up to play or something. Wakes up every 2 hours. That's unfortunate. I feel your pain though, Danrix. My third oldest, my second son, he was a terrible sleeper until he got to about 3, and then he got better. Now he's better. Yeah, I can definitely understand how it makes VR hard. I have an 8-month-old, and she's like the easiest baby I've ever had. She wakes up like once a night. It's glorious. So that's why I've been able to VR so much. Yeah, I think that's probably it. I should probably save. Maybe go back to my base and sell this stuff. How would I do that? I'll sell my stuff and then I'll get off. My son was brutal. I mean, he was till he was almost 3, and we found out my wife was pregnant again. So we kind of forced him. He was sleeping in our bed, and he would wake up all the time in our bed, and then he would not sleep in another bed. Whereas my daughter's already in her own bed at 7 months, and it's great. Yeah, I completely agree with that. It's been... I haven't had that many complaints. Like, again, when I called into Cobra last night, it was funny because everyone... Yeah, no, in landing pad, like everything, it's just hard to land anywhere, even on level ground. I agree completely. But it's funny when I called into Cobra TV last night, it's just like everyone before me was just complaining, and then I called in, and I'm like, I've been super enjoying myself despite the glitches. They haven't bothered me too much. I love this new teleporter. I love the new teleporter. That's one of my new favorite features, and I didn't even notice it for the first few days, but it's great. Oh, I forgot I landed my other ship there. Yeah, I came on pretty late. I was working, like I work. Yeah, yeah, there was a lot of that even when I was still on. I probably went on around 2 hours. I was listening to it for a while, but I was working, so I couldn't really try and focus on that a little bit. But luckily, it's like I can half pay attention when I work normally. It's my base. It's not much right now. I haven't done much. A bunch of these trees. I had like it was in the middle of a forest and it looked a lot better, but a lot of the trees for some reason got deleted here. So the party chat, from what I've noticed from other people live streaming why they party chat, it's like the live stream can't hear the second person. they only hear the person streaming and they can't hear, even though the streamer can hear both themselves and the person they're talking to. The stream can't hear it. I don't even have a scientist yet. Yeah, it's interesting. It's also kind of like weird because it's like sounds like the streamer is just talking to themselves whenever they're playing with someone else. These new teleporters are amazing though. I love them because I like making tall bases, but I don't like climbing tall staircases. It could work. Maybe it could work like that. I don't know. I haven't tried it to be honest. Whenever I've played with other people, it probably would work. Like, I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't. Um, Whenever I played with people, I haven't streamed it. I don't stream normally when I play with people. Well, especially the before I even discovered the new teleporter. I don't know why I missed it for several days, but um, this climbing tall staircases is annoying in VR because you don't actually get to climb it. You have to like it just automatically climbs, but it only automatically climbs one flight of stairs at a time. So it's not particularly fun to climb up. Like, this is probably 9 or 10 stories tall. You never tried? Yeah, I did because I built this tall base. I like tall bases like this so I can see. But it makes you climb one story at a time, which is kind of nice because whenever I played flat, if you built a tall staircase with a bunch of like circular rooms on top of each other, you couldn't actually get off on each floor, which now with the VR version, the way they've done it, you can get on every floor. So if I wanted, I could just build one tower with all the rooms I need in that one tower. Ah, someone took my landing space. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. To be honest, I like my multi-tool even though it's garbage because it matches. I mean, I got this like purple and green theme going on, but my damage on this thing is garbage. Oh, I didn't want to hit those. Don't like damaging trees, anything near my base. Yeah, I think this multi-tool is only a B, so I'll probably have to abandon it eventually, but until I have to abandon it, I have a lot of other things. Like with a new save, I'm I'm gonna be playing a lot of hours to get everything back up to S class. No, don't land. Don't land. I don't want anything you're selling. Uh, a dinosaur squirt gun. Alright. I mean, I've seen. That's not the worst thing in the world. I could. I could get behind that. Is it that alien technology or? It's ugly. Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing. Like with the customization, like it's a one thing to grind for a high. Like I'm completely fine with grinding in order to get higher level inventory, but it sucks that you can grind. I gotta check that out. I'm not. I can't picture it. Sucks that you can grind to get like a good item and then it'd be ugly. Like you finally find this S class and then it's just ugly. So I would like some ship customization. Oh, another person actually stole my landing pad and they're gonna land on my head. What if, sorry, what was that, Danrix? I missed your last message. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. How does this even happen? How does that happen? I want my landing pad back. I can't quit until I get my landing pad back. Oh, don't hit my base. Expanded your slots at your stations. Which stations? Are you talking about my exosuit? Because my exosuit, that is one thing I did max out. It's the only thing so far I've got maxed out, I think. Maybe not my cargo, but... Yeah, because I hopped so many systems, I was able to... This shows you how many systems I was able to hop. I was also able to upgrade my jetpacks, though I probably will get some more here. And then my cargo. I think I can get 2 more slots in the cargo, but that's pretty much maxed out. That's like the only thing I'm approaching being maxed out on. Everything else is kind of just garbage right now. How do you do that? Also, why did I not know you could do that? Oh yeah, so you know what, Danrix, I didn't know that until a couple days ago, but if you look, I found that out. So I have 3 S classes here and 1 S class here, and then I just got to get 2 more. But I also was going to upgrade my scanner, so I haven't, even though I'd have enough nanites to buy it, I haven't got around to doing it. So I did discover that, but it's obviously not complete yet. But yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to make my bedroom down here, but I think I'm going to stop. That's fun. Danrix is my guide. I mean, Danrix has played a lot more hours into this game than I have. Yeah, I don't know what mine is right now, Danrix, to be honest. 3S, 4S classes worth, anyway. I definitely put a priority on my jetpack because I love jetpacking around, but yeah, Danrix knows a lot about this game. I only put probably 200, over 100 hours into Next. I don't know exactly, but I'm going to definitely, post Beyond, I'm going to put a lot more hours. See how underdeveloped this base is. But yeah, I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Thanks for watching. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Where'd my... Oh, I still got to hire a scientist.